Welcome to this session about Copilot for Finance with Business Central. Copilot for Finance is a new product in the Office 365, the Microsoft 365 suite of applications. It lives among what we call the role-based agents for work, alongside with Copilot for Sales and Copilot for Service. And it's a game changer for finance professionals who work with Business Central. And I'm going to explain why. Before we go there, let's reflect on the role of a finance function within a company in this day and age. The primary goal of a finance function is to provide clarity to the organization about the company's finances. And time to value is really the most important parameter in this case. And times have changed. Finance functions used to be more sort of backward-looking, reporting-based, explaining what has happened in the past up until this point where the reporting is done, and now move to become more forward-looking, opportunity-enabling business partners that really enable the organization to chase new goals or eliminate risk. This can only be done if the finance function, the finance department has sort of a real-time view of the company's finances. They need complete transparency and clarity to be able to bring these numbers and opportunities to the organization. This requires a well-oiled machine for a finance function to work that way. So we need to ask ourselves, as users in a finance function and in general, are we spending our time well? Well, what we do know is that users do a lot of task switching. We use so many applications in our daily life that we toggle between applications and we switch contexts, and that's taxing for our minds, for our brains even. So there's been some interesting research done, published in the Harvard Business Review, that indicate that we switch applications so much that it actually consumes about 4 hours per week on average. That is the time where we toggle between applications and reorient ourselves when we come back to the task where we lost focus because we had to move and switch our focus to this other application. This happens so much during the day that we waste a lot of time. If we project this over a longer period of time, what we will see is that those 4 hours actually become 5 weeks per year. That's about 9% of the annual work time that we spend switching tasks, switching context, and reorient ourselves after we lose focus and come back to what we were actually doing. What if there was a way where we could stay in the zone and stay in the flow of work? Well, there is a way. And for finance professionals, it's called Copilot for Finance. As I said before, this is a new product that lives within the Microsoft 365 suite. And really, it empowers finance professionals to streamline their operations, to stay in the zone of work and not leave the application that they're working with by bringing in data from other applications and surfacing that to them so they can take the best decisions at that point in time. The cool new thing is that this is now natively integrated with Business Central in Outlook, first and foremost. But stay tuned. The first focus is to empower people who work with accounts receivables, and first and foremost, those who work with collecting funds with customers who haven't paid, who have outstanding balances. There's also an integration, semi-integration to Excel. As you know, Business Central has very cool integration to Excel already with the open and edit in Excel features. And Copilot for Finance for Excel allows you to reconcile two data sets, and soon interesting features will come that allow you to do variance analysis as well. For now, this is a great companion for the edit in Excel and open in Excel features in Business Central. In Outlook, even more interesting things are happening. Now, this is where you would work as a collections manager or as a collections team, collecting funds from your customers who have outstanding balances. Here you have a new companion, a new sidecar in Outlook that will help summarize an email thread you had with a customer, and surface customer information and allow you to update data back into Business Central. Now, the great thing here is that you would typically switch between Outlook and BC to find the right information to answer this customer or figure out payment status or invoice status and so on. Now you can do all of this within Outlook and stay in the zone without having to leave your favorite application when it comes to communicating with customers. There's a lot more to come here. This is only the beginning. Now, one of the things to come is the ability to manage your accounts receivables from within Teams. If you go to the roadmap right now and look at what's planned for Copilot for Finance, there are some really interesting things coming. Among these things are integration through Teams, which will work with the same ERP data as the current Outlook integration will do. And there's some interesting things here. I won't go through them all here, but I just want to call out that check out the roadmap where you can figure out what's coming for Copilot for Finance. One thing in particular that I like from the roadmap, which you find here at ak.ms/release planner, is the extensibility option. Basically what this means is that if you have custom fields on your entities in Business Central, you can surface those in Copilot for Finance, in the experiences, for example, in Outlook. So, and where you'll be using Copilot Studio to do that authoring. So, for example, if you have an API on your customers that exposes more fields, you can surface those as well, or from your invoices, or from your ledger entries, for example. You can surface those inside, in this case, Outlook. So this is just the beginning. If you want to learn more about Copilot for Finance and what it empowers finance professionals to do, especially with Business Central, check out aka.ms/Copilot for Finance. Thank you for watching.